What's up guys, it's your boy Kidamaki. Today I want to talk about something very interesting, and this has been on my mind for a very long time. And that is whether or not I believe the Boruto anime should go seasonal or stay in its ongoing format. And I spoke about this at length with some people on Twitter and some of my friends, and I think it's kind of split because again, most people want to see the Boruto anime ongoing, right? Most people just want to watch Boruto episodes. But when I say I want the anime to go seasonal, of course I love watching Boruto, right? I'm not the biggest fan of the Boruto anime, and I think I've made that very clear. But I do love the Boruto manga, and I love some aspects of the anime as well. But I don't know if you guys realize this, but whenever the anime adapts manga content, the anime does well, right? It does well and it trends, really, like trends on Twitter, trends everywhere. That's because the manga content itself is good. And when the anime expands on the manga content, it kind of, exceeds expectations, right? Especially for me at least, right? So I think that the anime, if it goes into this seasonal format, we get a case where the anime will kind of leave those filler arcs behind. And yes, you do have anime canon, episodes. People tend to say that they're filler episodes because they don't coincide with what's going on in the manga. People call them anime canon because they're canon to the anime version of the series. That is fine. But when you look at it, right, when this series tends to push forward and get this traction, right, and show that it can be great, right? That's when it's adapting manga content, right? Because that shows you that the manga content is just way better than anything the anime can consider anime canon. But don't get me wrong, you have good anime canon arcs or anime canon episodes that you can watch and you can say that it's wholesome and it has some good fights as well. But at the same time, you can say, what if this series just took its time and spent more time on the main storyline, right? Rather than diverging here and there. And of course, you have to do that to expound on the characters and give them character development, but to keep it more concise, right? To have a more concise, structured, and better executed series. What if the series decides to go in a seasonal format? And I know this might be a stretch, but when it comes to the Boruto Timeskip era, and based on what we're getting right now, which you're seeing, it's manga content after manga content after manga content, at this point the anime is going to catch up with the manga, and what happens then? I believe we have two scenarios, right? Either the series goes into this deep filler arc that's going to last for a very long time in order to allow the manga to get farther away from it so it can start adapting manga content again, or we can see the series going seasonal, which is what I propose. It's gonna take a break, go on a hiatus, right? And then it's gonna come back in a seasonal format. Or it's just gonna go on a break and then come back with the same, ongoing format. It's just to give the anime time, the manga time to get ahead. Now, the difficult thing with that format is because you have to look at it this way, right? The Boruto manga itself is monthly, so we only get 12 chapters per year. Now, if the manga is monthly, how long will the anime need to go on break in order for the manga to get way ahead, right? How long does the anime need to go on break? A year, 2 years, right? You guys have to think about this. Now, the only way they can fix this is if they put the manga in a bi-weekly or weekly format, and that's something I have a gripe with as well. I think the manga at this point should be in a bi-weekly or weekly format. I say bi-weekly because if we have a bi-weekly anime, it's less stress on the writer and Ikimoto, and it just gives them more time to really flesh things out, right? Just instead of just rushing manga panels every week. And don't get me wrong, I'm not giving them an excuse here, right? Because if you look at My Hero Academia, pushes out great manga content every single week. Now, you might say that some part of it is boring and yada yada yada, and you want to see more fighting, you want to see more characters. But if you look at the structure of the My Hero Academia manga in general, right? You have the backgrounds, the scenery, you have the panel itself, the character designs, everything is so detailed. And when you compare it to the Boruto manga, and the Boruto manga, it takes 1 month to push out these panels, right? 1 month, one entire month. And yet you have My Hero Academia, which pushes out every week, every single week, and it still has a better manga than Boruto. When I say better manga, you guys can say, okay, the story is better in Boruto and you like Boruto better than My Hero Academia, whatever. But I'm talking about the design, just the effort that goes into the manga panels, the fight scenes, everything in My Hero Academia is better, right, when it comes to the manga content. Okay, but the manga in My Hero Academia is weekly and Boruto is monthly, so I think we have a huge discrepancy there. It's either Hikimoto and Kodashi or Kishimoto, whoever is writing this shit, is just tired, or maybe they're lazy. It has to be one of the two. Or it could be that it's an ego thing, right? Because even if you're tired and you can't say, okay, I can't go to the weekly or the bi-weekly format, that's why you hire more people. So why aren't they? Why aren't they hiring more people? Is it an ego thing? Like they want to say, okay, I'm the only one who worked on this? What is it? It just doesn't make any sense to me that if, okay, you're tired and you need help, you just hire more people to help you with the drawing. It's simple as that. To get these panels out on a weekly basis for the fans of the manga to read, right? You have My Hero Academia, as I said, prime example of this. Okay, so they don't have any excuse, to be honest. In my honest opinion, you guys can create any excuse you want for them at this point, but in my opinion, they have no excuse as to why the Boruto manga is in this state as it relates to the fight scenes, the designs, the backgrounds, just plain white backgrounds majority of the time. When it comes to this, it's just weird that you are working on a monthly basis and you're still pushing out this mediocre content as it relates to the design of the manga and just the panels in general. And when you have a weekly series doing better, right? It's just weird. But aside from that, the manga, I said the anime itself, when it comes to the time skip, right, they need to do something in order to get the manga away from the anime series, or we're gonna have a case where the anime supersedes or passes the manga, and then we're gonna have a case of Dragon Ball Super, and trust me, we don't want that shit. So stay away from that. Just find something. And to be honest, I think they're going to do something. I don't think it's a stretch to believe that, okay, they have eyes and they can see exactly what we're seeing and seeing that this is going to be a problem. So obviously they have a plan. It's just about which plan they have and what that plan is. And I hope that the series goes in a seasonal format, because it just makes it better, right? Less filler content, less anime only content that doesn't need to be there, right? Let me make that clear. Less anime only content that doesn't need to be there. We'll have better animation when it comes to fights, because yes, they're working less, which means they can produce quality, right? So that's what we're hoping for here. And just get everything together. But to be honest, I think we have a better chance of the manga going bi-weekly or weekly than the anime going seasonal. Because if you look at the manga itself, it's not doing great as it relates to sales, right? It does bump up when you have huge fight scenes or great story going or a great arc, but overall, in general, it should be bigger than that, as the predecessor to what do you call it, Naruto. Can't believe I forgot the series name. Anyways, but yeah, as the successor to Naruto, it's just weird that it's not getting that hype. But if you look at the anime side, the anime is really getting that hype. But the thing is that we just need more quality from the anime. And I think because of the anime's success, I don't think they're ever going to change the format that they're using. Like, why would you, right? It's just a case of, why change something that's not broken, even if it's not delivering the quality that it could have been delivering, right? So I think that's the way they're looking at it. But Boruto Timeskip era is coming up, and I just hope to God, right, we can get something on the level of Attack on Titan, right, with these animations and just the story being concise and great. Anything we're not going to talk about the ending of Attack on Titan. We're just talking about the story in general, and we can separate the ending from the story in general and say, okay, this was really good. And I just need that for the Boruto anime. Less time, with filler episodes that doesn't need to be there, and just focus on the main plot. And that is what a seasonal anime really brings. And it's less work on the creators, it's less work on the animators, because you guys love to talk about that, right? Whenever someone brings up the animation quality in a Boruto fight, you guys say, oh, the creators are not robots. Okay, so push for the series to be seasonal. That way you can take the stress off the creators. Of course, you could say it's gonna put stress on them for it to be quality, right? But again, just I believe it's gonna be a less stressful work if they don't have to be animating episodes for every week of the year, right? So yeah, that's just what I believe, guys. If you guys agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Boruto time skip, right? I'm looking forward to it, and I think this anime has the potential to be greater than it is right now, like way greater than it is right now. It just needs to focus on story, focus on less filler content. Remember to hit that notification bell to be notified when I post new content. And with that said, have a great day, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.